What's good? It's Woog. We're now well into week 2 of quarantine in Southern California, across much of America, over a lot of the world. I'm going to be talking a ton of music, much out of escapism, but one artist that I suggest you check out this weekend is Waxahatchee, aka Katie Crutchfield. You know, even indie can be broken down regionally, where you have a distinct LA, Austin, Seattle sound, and artists associated with them. Shout out to Spoon, one of Austin's finest indie bands. Well, Katie's from Birmingham, Alabama. In fact, Waxahatchee is literally a creek in Alabama. Now, she had a group before Waxahatchee with her twin sister, Allison Crutchfield, called PS Eliot, before releasing a tape as Waxahatchee. Then she recorded her debut album, American Weekend, in a bedroom in 2011 and released it in 2012. NPR names the album's track 6 Be Good, Song of the Day, and one of the best 50 songs of 2012, and the album was on the New York Times list of best albums in 2012. So the indie music community is taking notice. Then she drops the album Cerulean Salt in 2013. This really put her on the map. Pitchfork rated the album 8.4 out of 10. Spin Magazine, NME, 8 out of 10. It made the best albums of 2013 lists in Rolling Stone, Pitchfork, and Spin at numbers 36, 22, and 20. So Cerulean Salt is getting a lot of love. And this wasn't released on a powerhouse label. This was dropped on Don Giovanni, whose biggest artists are probably Screaming Females or Priests. They've also got More Mother and Alice Bag, but they aren't a major indie label, let alone a major label. Yet Cerulean Salt breaks through. And this is a total testament to the unique, guttural, beautiful, and nasty voice of Katie Crutchfield. Man, this girl doesn't sing in a classically controlled style. She ain't Celine Dion. She sings with this raw soul and emotion. If you're into a lot of today's indie and you're familiar with the band Hop Along, think the band's lead singer, Francis Quinlan. It's just that real scratchy voice, but there's such a rawness in the tones. It's very guttural, naked. Otherwise, there's this Olympic-style execution of getting the exact sound needed out of that voice to then be able to rip the listener's heart apart. She's like an emotional hitman. But it wasn't until after that she releases Ivy Tripp, one of my 5 favorite albums from 2015. That was a pretty solid music year too. Alabama Shake's Sound and Color came out. Vince Staples' Summertime '06. Yeah. But Ivy Tripp is my favorite Waxahatchee album. And this is what locked me in as a fan. She's got a little alt-rock. She's got a lot of just this bluesy country soul. But it's got there's this agonizing and longing, and yeah, there's a lot wrapped up in those vocal tones. And on Ivy Tripp, the songwriting from beginning to end, it just keeps it moving. There's a variance in pace from song to song. One of them will take you up. One of them will bring you back down. And she's released one more album in 2017, Out in the Storm. But I could still play Ivy Tripp on a given day and be just as soul-struck as I was when I first gave it a listen. There's something really powerful that Crutchfield does in her music. And again, she doesn't have the softest, most delicate voice you'll hear, but it's pleasant nonetheless. Just pleasant in a more painful way. It's not for the faint of heart. She's also been dating Kevin Morby for the past few years. Morby, another one of the better singer-songwriters in indie rock over the past few years. He's also former bassist in the band Woods. My boy George and I caught him on stage a couple times shooting at Seen and Heard TV. We caught Morby in 2016 at Observatory's Constellation Room in Santa Ana, California. Then again, a few months later, as a surprise guest during a Woods show at the Echoplex in LA. Kevin Morby's music is pretty dope. But yeah, this Friday, get you some Waxahatchee in your life. St. Cloud. Can't wait.